This is not a proverb, but it is very important, and it's about the power that lies within the tongue. The scriptures say life and death lies within the tongue. You can either bless your path, build your path, make your path abundant, or you can curse your path and destroy your path. There is power within your tongue, and you have a rope on your tongue drawing you to the fate that you choose. We can go into the secret room, we can pray, and then we can completely make it a useless prayer by preaching, speaking unbelief, which is unappealing to God. The scriptures say without faith it is impossible to please God. Your life will grow, your life will expand due to the measure of faith that you have. That's why it's important of the environment that you are in. You don't want to be in small-minded, narrow-minded, fishbowl, crab in the bucket places. So it's very important to speak life so you can see life, so you can move towards life. The children of Israel who were complaining and murmuring, and God literally killed them off. They were left in the wilderness for 40 years. So yes, you could be praying big and almighty, but what about your speech? Pray to God that you'll build a habit to speak life over your circumstances, speak life over yourself, regardless of how you feel. Do not let it travel down the elevator out of your mouth, because God will be pleased by your faith, and you'll probably see a lot more manifestations. We are made in the image and the likeness of God. He is a creator, and he was creating with his mouth in the very beginning. In Genesis, he said, "Let there be light." He said it with his words, and there was a physical manifestation thereafter. Now, he was God, so it was right in the moment, but for us who are made in God's image, life and death lies in the power of the tongue. Number two, the scriptures say, where two come into agreement, it will be established, it will be done. When two people come into agreement, it will manifest, it will happen. Now, does this mean two random people? It could be. Does it mean believers? It could be. Here's the thing you want to watch out for. Never come into agreement with limitation. Never come into agreement with narrow-mindedness, small-mindedness, things that would shrink you. And this happens a lot. You see it in churches where you have an authoritative figure, and then you have sheep who will come into agreement with bad doctrine or unbelief. This is where you get, well, Jesus doesn't heal. Well, if it's in his will, well, I'm not sure if that's for today. People have come into agreement with limitations. Never come into agreement with anything that limits God, because where two agree, you will become hard-headed, and that will become your realm, your reality, your belief system if you come into agreement with that. And you need to be careful, because sometimes people don't preach from the best place. So you need to move in wisdom. The Pharisees and the Sadducees were preaching out of jealousy. They were preaching out of insecurity when they went for Jesus and his miracles and everything he was doing. A lot of the times religious people, they're insecure, they're jealous, so they will manipulate. They want the limelight, they want the attention on themselves, so they will tear others down to glorify themselves. Or they're very speculative. They make things very confusing when the gospel is very simple. It's always hurdles, it's always a show, and it's always evil conspiracies. It is a sin to be coveting. You can tell who they are because they're like that annoying grandma. Just stay away from it. Be in the right environments. You want to be around people who continually pull you up. You want to be around people who are greater than you, and really have a list. Does this person, do these people drag you, or do they improve you? If you continually notice that they're trying to drag you rather than improve you, then cut your time with them, or completely sever the relationship entirely, because it's not of God. What's of God is strength to strength, faith to faith, glory to glory. The people you're around can either make you shrink to their realm of comfortability, or you could not conform and be around a new set of people who pull you up, and that's what you want to do. And we are called called to set the captives free. Nobody can pull you up if they're not up. Rather, you go up and they try to pull you in a different direction. But no, speak declarations over your life and respectfully be around people who are not dead weight, who don't try to anchor everything. Yes, we're called to help the weak, we're called to pour in, we're called to do all of these things, but you can't do that if you don't have that, if you are not that. You don't have a good marriage, how could you ever teach others about that? Make sure, speak life, be around those who bring you up in life, and never come into agreement with a limited perspective. Never be ensnared by your words.